Okay, this video is being made on September 23rd, 2014, and I'm at the area where I was brutally assaulted on July 14, 2014. The last 2 nights they've come to this area and deflated the air out of this tire. And if it wasn't for the fact that I had a portable tire inflator, I wouldn't have been able to put air back in it. Now, another thing I'm noticing is that the inner tube that's in this tire has not even been in this tire a month. Okay, now the point I'm trying to make is this: is that on August 27, 2014, a UCSD campus police officer came here to this hiking area 3 miles off campus to give me a police report, a trespassing notice, order to leave. Now they know I got property here because, let me just give you an example of how they know. I made some statements about it, about what they, one of the methods that they had done towards me at this area. Whenever I leave this area every day, I'm hiking in California. The homelessness I live in is literally is a direct result from the gang stalking. What you got to do is go to Google and type in gang stalking and how they create homelessness of targets, and then in a separate search type in organized stalking and how they create homelessness of a target. And so what I do, as a result of these little filthy rats setting up other homeless people, individuals who aren't being gang stalked. I moved here in November of 2012. On a daily and nightly basis, I was harassed cleverly and overtly from a distance by some freaked out skanks that they had set up to hike out about 150 feet away. Originally, it would have only been 40 feet away, but I had to move over here. Okay, and they even went as far as this. Check this out. Do you see this black weatherization wall sheet? Basically, I had to tear apart some garbage bags and then tie them to these pieces of wood that are tied together with twine in order to make up this wall here, because what's on the other side of the wall? Well, let's take a look. Over there, I don't know how well you can see it on that. You really can't see all the bushes and trees, but right here is a creek. On the other side is a cliff. When you get on that cliff, going over towards that way, it evens out to more flatter land. They created a ledge from right about right there to go all the way to way over by their hiking area, so they could walk from their hiking area to the end of the ledge to harass me closer from a distance, camouflaged by the trees and the bushes. So I had to make this camouflage wall so they wouldn't be able to see where my property was being hid at every morning, like my sleeping bags, my pajamas, and other camping support material. Well, those perpetrators finally moved out. The main ones did. Hold up. They moved out about mid-April 2014, but they didn't move completely out of the area. They moved 300 feet on the other side of me, and they've even harassed me since then, and they've even walked back and forth up in here claiming to get property from that area. There's other individuals over there, because I hear their dog barking. I hear them talking as plain as day, just like you hear me talking now. Now, let me give you an example of the reason why I stated all this. Every morning before I leave here, I receive threats at this area like you would not believe. I've made numerous videos about how throughout the entire year they were placing people, including the homeless freaks, to get up on the sidewalk and say, gang stalk, why don't you come and steal her stuff? Gang stalk, why don't you call the cops on her? Because they wanted that threat to be anchored in my mind, to anchor the fear, and then to be associated to gang stalking. That's why they would say, gang stalk, why don't you come and steal her stuff? Gang stalk, why don't you call the cops on her? Then on Thanksgiving Day 2013, I literally caught two men harassed me on the sidewalk, right up the street on the same sidewalk, on Thanksgiving Day 2013, openly harassed me right directly to my face, literally standing 1 foot in front of me. They intentionally blocked my ability to continue to ride my bike on the sidewalk, and then I had to get off of it, and then we had a verbal exchange, and as they were harassing me, they both said gang stalk together right to my face, gang stalking, and then gang stalking, I'm gonna F you up. Now I might as well just take the time in this video to literally show you the audio of it, because I'm going to be making other statements as well, and so while I'm doing that, I'll boot the phone up so you can hear it being said. Now, what I was leading up to originally, and then I'll get back to this in a second. As a result of these threats, I started creating clever security measures to hide my property. Now, If you go to Google right now and type in gang stalking and how they will enter targets' apartments and rearrange furniture, rearrange clothes, refold clothes, like refolding a person's clothes in a way that they would never think of folding. And these are calling cards. This is done to intentionally let the target know that their home has been entered, whether it be an apartment, a house, even a motel room. It's their way to intentionally leave a calling card to let the person know that their home has been entered while they were gone, by walking in, by the perpetrators entering the home when the target's gone, rearranging furniture, even rearranging food in the refrigerator, everyday things that people will do every day in their home, because they want the target to notice it immediately when they come home. So if you come home to your house or wherever you live, even if it's just an RV, and you notice that things are rearranged, it's their way. It's called gaslighting. They're psychological operations. It's done to overtly let you know that your home's been broken into, okay? And it's done to put you in a victimized mindset and to make you angry, okay? So as a result of all this staged, crafted, they literally put people up in here, okay, homeless people that they're using, who are easily bought off with anything, God only knows what, and including charity services that everyday law-abiding community members give to. The criminals in the system that are connected to these charity resources are literally paying off the individuals they're using with resources that community members make out of their good heart, because it's a syndicate in the system and they don't want to lose any money. If they had to pay everybody, okay, to harass a target, they would be constantly in the red. They would never make no money, okay? I've already made videos concerning the criminal motivations of why a target is picked, so just look at my YouTube videos. Now, I'm going to try and keep this YouTube video below 15 minutes, and it's being put in a new account, so you're not going to be able to look at any videos really in this account, not really pertaining to me describing what the criminal motivations of gang stalking is. So just go to Google and type in Exposing Police 1, the number 1, Exposing Police 1, space YouTube channel, and then you'll be able to see at least one, or probably quite a few videos dedicated to that YouTube channel, and then go to it and then go within the channel and look at my YouTube videos, and you'll eventually come across videos showing me explaining what the criminal motivations that they have for the target, concerning how they the motivation that is causing them to do all this, where they make the money off the target. As a result of all these threats and these staged crafted harassment I endure from those assholes, excuse my language, what I did was I developed security measures to hide my property. Now, I have come home, and I'm talking about these security measures where the property is hidden at is completely and totally out of sight. The only way that they could go into these bags were the sleeping bags, the pajamas, the flashlights, and other support material that I literally use inside the tent for, so, you know, for sleeping, for hygiene needs and stuff like that. They are basically bagged up in just 2 separate bags and then put in a 55-gallon heavy-duty contractor bag, and then completely hidden out of sight and totally camouflaged. Now think about this. I come home on 7 different occasions and my property was rearranged and rebagged in ways that I would never even dream of doing it. That automatically would tell you, and it automatically told me, that these filthy criminal rats already know where my property's sitting at. Now what it is, it's a technique, it's a covert technique that they do, so when you come home and notice it, you automatically realize that it was done deliberately. And they do it more than once in order to reinforce the anger, to reinforce the victimization. Now let me just show you the audio of the Thanksgiving event so you see I'm telling you the truth. Now think about this. Every day throughout the entire year of 2013, I made 2 videos every morning. One proving that my property was here in case they'd come down and damage or steal it, or put a trespass notice on it. And then the second video that I made every day would be me discussing what I was enduring here by them, by the individuals they were placing up on the sidewalk, how they were using people to get up on the sidewalk to either walk by, jog by, or whatever, and say gang stalk, oh my god, gang stalk, why don't you come and steal her stuff, gang stalk, why don't you call the cops on her, because they wanted this fear, based on the theme of the threat, to be associated with gang stalking. I made a video every day up until almost around the first week of December, and they were published practically every day as well. Now think about this. I make a video every day in the year 2013, all the way up until the first week of December of 2013, stating they were doing this practically every day. Okay, anchoring the fear. It's called the direct conversation method. That's the technique. using dark neurolinguistic programming, meaning that it's what they say has got a black meaning, you know, a negative meaning. And the neurolinguistic programming of dark neurolinguistic programming means that what they're saying, they're attempting to program my thinking in response to me hearing the theme of a threat. Okay, in other words, if somebody walked up to you and threatened to kick your ass, you're automatically going to have a mental response to it. That's what they're trying to do, is steer your thinking. That's why it's called dark neurolinguistic. They're using language to program your response to the threat. So that technique can be Googled as well. So I made videos every day, published them every day throughout the entire year of 2013 that they were doing this on this sidewalk. I also made videos at my last hiking area that they were doing the same exact identical thing to a T, that hiking area being almost 40 miles from here, literally. Okay, and those videos are online. Okay, so I then catch this occurring. Oh, hang on. I catch this happening, occurring towards me on a sidewalk, right across the street, right up the street, about 80 feet up the street. Do you hear these two men say gang stalk together? Then one says gang stalking, and then that same one says gang stalking, I'm gonna fuck you up. That's a threat while they're saying gang stalking. Gang stalking, I'll fuck you up. Now the one that you hear, they both said gang stalk together. Then one said gang stalking, and then that same one said gang stalking, I'll fuck you up. Now I got a video picture of the one that played a role in this, of him walking right by my tent, going back and forth from that area to go out, and then coming back in to go to that area. They finally moved out about April 2014, and I made audio files way back in early 2013 stating that when they come down here to evict me, police-wise, that they're going to resituate those assholes first, and that's exactly what they did. Now, so, as a result of me getting this UCSD campus police report to move, what they're doing is wait until it gets dark out, and they're coming down up in here, walking. Last night I was making an audio file and I stated I hear people walking outside of my tent. Yesterday morning, got up, went to go leave here, this tire was flat. Hold on. Alright, I gotta stop this video because it's almost 15 minutes long. Yesterday morning I wake up, go to take the bike out of here, take it up off the trail, cross the street, sit down, then when I go to start to use it I realize the tire is almost completely flat. Had to take it to a bike shop, they put air in it. The tire was hard as a rock all day yesterday. I bring it up in here last night, I checked it before I locked it up, wake up this morning, it's flat again. So what they're fucking doing is coming up and down in here and they're letting the air out because they know I use this bike to move the property. Yeah, it's all about slowing me down, pertaining to how much I can move in one day because I'm distracted with fixing the bike. And so we're gonna see if they fuck around with the stem, the valve, to put air in it. So a whole entire day will be dedicated to me literally having to take the bike apart to put a new inner tube in it. Do you see what I'm saying? This inner tube is not even a month old. Hold on. If I spend 4 hours, 3.5 hours having to fix a bike, put the inner tube in it, rearrange everything, it slows me down from how much property I can move every day. Okay? And this is what they're attempting to do, is slow down my moving so I have less, because once I move, they know I'm going to go straight to lawyers. Okay? So what they're doing is slowing down the moving process right now. If anything happens to this bike that causes me to not be able to use it to move any property, it'll be them. Make no mistake about it. I'm in San Diego, California. Today's date is September 23rd, 2014. And I'm not just talking about it this year. I'm talking about along my routes when my bike is locked up anywhere, stores, businesses, universities, libraries, and at the other areas where, so when I get to them, I walk away from the bike to hide the property. All right, thank you. I gotta go. Bye.